Hey everyone, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on stories like this. My father chuckled, raising his drink as if cheering for some punchline I missed completely. Your sister pulled it all off by herself, he declared. Keeps her focus right here, not like you. The dinner table turned dead quiet. My mother's fingers stopped mid-motion above the ladle. I eased back in my seat, a heavy ache planting itself deep in my gut, and murmured softly, "In that case, I'll quit sending you the funds." His face went pale instantly. What funds? In that hush, the home at last spilled its long-held secret. One it had buried for ages. That evening marked when I quit staying silent. But hold on, before I spill how it all fell apart next, drop a comment with where you're tuning in from. So I know I'm not alone in setting those tough boundaries. From afar, we seemed like the ideal crew everyone wished for. Weekend meals together, posed grins and pictures, coordinated outfits on holiday greetings. But flawlessness is simpler to capture on paper than to actually pull off. I'm Emily Hargrove. At 32, I'm the reserved kid, the one who figured out young that maintaining harmony often required burying your own thoughts. Sophia, my big sis by 2 years, was the star. Instructors loved her, folks next door boasted about her, and our parents acted like her wins belonged to the whole group. My dad, Victor, managed our home just like his former diner. Every view had to get his approval first. Mom, kind yet worn out, past years turning his boast into sorries nobody requested. When the economic downturn struck, their house payments lagged. I'd only recently begun at a design company, hardly stable on my own, but I assured Mom I'd pitch until they got back on track. $5,000 each month, discreetly, reliably. Dad wouldn't touch digital banking. He distrusted devices with his cash. So, I routed it all to Sophia's account. She swore she'd hand it over in person via cash or check. Claimed it simplified matters. I trusted her since trusting her was our family norm. Gradually, those wires turned habitual, like settling a tab for calm. Every month, I'd transfer the cash and hope for a thanks that never arrived. When Dad noted the house loan was manageable, a tiny glow hit me, figuring I'd made a difference. Sophia might fire off a rare message saying taken care of, and that ended it. Yet, a nagging unease always lingered. On my latest trip home, the place appeared more run down than ever. Walls chipping, the refrigerator buzzing overly loud. Mom grinned through it like usual. Sophia's handling our finances, she mentioned. I aim to buy it. Truly. That evening, as Dad cranked up the TV news and Sophia swiped on her device, I perched at the familiar dining spot from my childhood, eyeing the family snapshot hung over the mantel. For happy faces, one key fact absent. Had I inspected nearer, perhaps I'd have spotted the fallout ahead. The fractures already spidering across our flawless image. Supper that night mirrored all the prior ones, overly courteous to feel genuine. The setup featured the fancy dishes reserved for special days. Mom's herb-roasted bird scented the room, that same aroma I'd cherished growing up before the quiet moments learned to wound. Dad refilled his wine, scanned the group like a director checking his set, then beamed toward Sophia. Your sister nailed it, he boasted. She's got the drive, the vision. He glanced my way as he spoke, but the warmth skipped me. It stung like a thorn beneath the surface, a known pain, tough to brush off. Glad for her, I replied, same as I'd done forever. Mom bobbed her head distantly, grabbing the spuds. Her fingers shook slightly. Dad laughed, tacking on, totally solo as well. 0 free rides. The vibe shifted. His glass tap on the wood echoed too sharply. I could have grinned and moved on, my usual move, but I reclined instead and let my words come out steady yet soft. Then I'll halt the money transfers. The space iced over. Even the fridge noise seemed to halt. Mom's utensil dangled halfway. Sophia's utensil dropped, clanging dully on her dish. Dad blinked repeatedly before his look shattered. What money? He questioned. His sound wasn't mad. It was baffled. Real. That hit hardest. I held his gaze. The 5,000 I've routed to Sophia, monthly for you and Mom since last spring. He squinted. You've been doing what? Mom shifted to Sophia, her cheeks losing hue. Sophia sat taller, her tone fragile. She's blowing it out of proportion. There were holdups. Certain months arrived tardy. Every single month, I cut in calmly. First day, no exceptions. I've got the proofs. The quiet after wasn't soothing. It sliced deep. Dad faced Sophia once more. We never got a dime. Sophia's mouth clenched. You don't get it. There were costs. Opportunities. What opportunity swallows 60 grand and yields zilch? I pressed. Her gaze sparked. You wouldn't grasp, Emily. You only back what's guaranteed. Backing family ought to be secure, I responded. Mom's eyes welled, her words quivering. Sophia, tell me it's not so. Sophia averted her look. It's messy. The meal's warmth had faded. I rose, easing my seat away gently. Then it's your issue from here. Dad's fingers clamped the table rim. He eyed Sophia again, but she avoided it. And in that instant split between fact and dodge, I realized the home had shifted eternally. That night, the place wouldn't sleep. Every surface appeared to pulse with our unrest, loaded and tense. I reclined in my childhood bedroom, gazing upward, following the dim shine of the glow stickers I'd placed at 16. Further down, whispers carried. Mom sniffling gently, Dad striding back and forth, Sophia's room sealed tight. I flicked on my light and booted my computer. The routine kicked in automatically. Review the outflows, the moves, the logs. Each entry glared like a charge. 5 grand on the first, monthly. My virtual marks on an error I never planned. 60,000 total vanished. Come morning, Dad hunched at the breakfast spot, face buried in palms. Mom lingered by the glass, still robed, her drink icy. She claims it's locked in something, Mom breathed. A venture? Ventures don't devour house loans, I noted. They devour faith. Dad's cheeks tensed, eyes bloodshot. We'll confront her post-sleep. But Sophia avoided waking. She'd vanished already. Her vehicle gone from the drive. Her Space Bear save for a fading scent like deceit. One adhesive note waited on her vanity. Chill. I'll sort it. I fixated till the letters smeared. She's not sorting, I stated. She's fleeing. Mom wept anew. Tiny, shattered noises. Dad snatched his jacket, grumbling about tracking her. I grabbed his sleeve. Hold up. You need evidence first. I'll manage. He stared, unsure whom to believe, me or his instincts. Then he dipped his head once. That day, I tackled it like a sketch. Began with the framework. All dealings, timings, notes. Then the flaws where cash swapped. Every move pinpointed Sophia's account without fail. Jordan stopped by that night, my screen illuminating us. You're going all in, he murmured. Must, I answered. This goes beyond cash. It's about her assuming she'd fool me indefinitely. He agreed. Plan next. Bank, I said. Then legal help. At the location. The supervisor scowled, scanning the files. These got rerouted, she indicated, highlighting Sophia's info. Owner shifted to personal moves. Seems another go-between. To whom? I queried. She paused. A guy called Landon Reed. A piece clicked inside. A label, a path, a lead. Stepping from the bank. The crisp winter breeze slapped like a pledge. I cinched my jacket and muttered, You mess with faith, Sophia. All right, let's tally Truth's price. 3 dawns on, the bell chime post on. I shared the cooking area with Mom, both drained from scant rest and excess stillness. Dad remained upstairs rifling docs he doubted now. Opening up, a guy loomed on the step. Denim, sweatshirt, grin rehearsed in mirrors. Hey, he greeted smoothly. You're Emily, right? I'm Landon. The title struck heavy. Sophia's Landon, he laughed. Suppose so. Behind, Dad's steps dragged, weighty. He joined me, tone subdued. Why here? Landon lifted a slim binder like truce, straightening a mix-up. Sophia sent me with these investment proofs. Mom emerged in the frame, ashen and unsteady. Investment. Landon beamed wider. Startup gig. App linking crafters to buyers. Expandable, innovative. You get it. I moved aside. Prove it. He strode in confidently, fanning shiny sheets on the counter. Mock designs, bogus graphs, jargon. Initial phase projections, test rollout. 0 figures matched. Dad paged through. features hardening per flip. This is garbage, he growled. Landon's grin slipped. All giants begin tiny. 60 grand tiny? I fired. He eyed me, feigning ease. You've chatted with Sophia. Nope, I said. With the bank. The mood turned. Mom gripped a seatback. Dad's breaths roughened. Landon lounged on the edge, casual, but gaze keen. You missed the point, he claimed. She wanted in. Believed me. And you fueled it, I countered. 'Cause it covered your bills. Before reply, gravel crunched under tires. I glanced out. Sophia's silver ride entered. She exited, shades despite clouds. Door swung. There she stood. Locks flawless. Outerwear pricey, grin polished. Spotting Landon, her facade split. Why here? Landon's tone softened fast. Honey, I said I'd handle. Her teeth ground. You were meant to show. Dad's words were soft, but lethal. You snatched your sister's cash. Deceived us. Sophia's sights darted. Not like that. Clarify, I demanded. 'Cause 60 grand evaporated, loans lagged, and he's in fresh wheels. She glared at Landon. You promised double in 12 months. His shrug lazy. Things shift. Things. Dad's palm slammed, dishes jumping. You robbed your blood. Sophia recoiled, yet held the fantasy. Not robbery if invested. Needed breathing room. Mom's cry cracked. We misdues trusting you. The following hush devoured noise. I neared Landon. Real gig. He grinned sly. Entrepreneur. Odd, I said. Your prior owes kid support. His cheek jerked. Sophia spun to me, stunned. Huh. I displayed my screen. Text from the lady with the little one who'd visited yesterday. She's hunting you, Landon, for him. Sophia's palm covered her lips. You fooled me. He exhaled, drama-weary. No lies. Just omissions. Same difference, I stated. Dad circled, facing him close. Out now. Landon's grin died. Can't block her from me. She's grown. Sophia's tone wavered. Not following you. He grabbed her limb. Reflex hit. I blocked. Hands off. Sirens swelled externally. Landon stilled, squinting. You're doing? Payback, I replied. Alerted cops earlier. They're keen on the cash trail. He retreated doorward as lights flashed crimson and azure. Officers stepped in. Landon Reed, one said. Landon fake laughed. Error. But cracked under cuffs. Sophia collapsed seated, quaking. Dad propped the counter, ghostly quiet. Mom sobbed into palms. Escorting Landon, he twisted to me, hissed sharp. Think victory? More like me exist. I locked eyes. Hope she meets my type too. Door closed. The home breathed free after ages. Fortnight on, cops rang. Uncovered multi-frauds. 5 ladies, identical tales, vows. Landon cop plea. DA sought Sophia's words to bolster. She balked initially. Can't face him, she breathed. You did, I said, and endured. In session, Sophia beside me spoke gentle yet firm, detailing Landon's persuasion for funds, using my sins as startup. Her fingers trembled, voice firm. Landon eyed, she ignored. Verdict: 3 years lockup, 18 no early out. Room hushed. No cheers, just ease. Dad's palm met mine below. Mom wept soft nearby. Sophia exhaled release. Bailiff took Landon, final peak unmet. We exited to chill, vivid sun. First time, no bite. Felt pure. That eve home, I held a tiny carton in the yard. Snaps, old slips, his scrawls. Sophia joined, posture eased like never. Sure, I asked. She affirmed. Mean zip now. I lit the match. Fire took, twisting paper to vapor. We eyed it climb the winter air, till ash alone. Sophia murmured he stole tons from me. I eyed her. Ensure he grabs no more. By warmer days, she landed modest desk roll center city. Mom nurtured blooms anew. Dad mended the deck rail long neglected. Former hurtful quiet now softened. One day, Sophia approached with slim packet. Within, kid pick of us at the fair, gaps and grins, hands gooey, chuckling innocent of deceit. Reverse, thanks for holding on even undeserved. I stayed mute, just embraced. Home needed no talk to stand. Post-trial weeks felt odd, like home's wiring reset. Mom drew drapes wide, raised dancing on floor. Dad strolled mornings, shoulders loose. Sophia dropped axe. No ideal style, costly scent, defenses just real, modest, steadying. Office aide downtown. Not flashy, but true, she said. Nights home with lunch remnants, fresh creases from work, not shame. I'd spot her with Mom in beds, sewing spices. Same herb Mom flavored the bird, sparking it all. One eve, Dad beside me sorting invoices. We shaped her, he whispered. Kept naming her exceptional till failure seemed impossible. I faced him. We each contributed, but mending now. He agreed, breathing out. Proud of you, Emily. Landed deep. First sans sibling compare. Soon. Sophia entered with trio teas. We'll manage, she said. Partly self, partly us. Years first, I trusted. Home silent, but not pain-veiled. This built on real. Month later, I loaded for Portland. Fresh roll, beginning. Dawn rays lit cooking space as Mom sorted clothes. Dad scanned news like before. Sophia escorted to auto, sleeves rolled, soft grin. Truly going, she noted. My turn to reply. She tucked packet in palm. Us kids with treats, faces sweet smeared. Reverse. Lose all sometimes to spot keepers. Driving off, rear glance. Home tinier, airier. Kin shatters only if allowed. If this resonated, comment your tale and subscribe for others.